right, it is Wednesday, February 25th, on my way to work once again. Yesterday, actually, I had the day off. I had a interview for another job because this job is not all that great. I mean, it's a temp job, so they keep on extending my contract. Maybe they'll bring me on full time. I don't know, but I can't wait for all that. I gotta, be a little bit proactive, even though I don't like being proactive when it comes to applying to jobs because it's such a pain. But yeah, I had an interview yesterday, so I took the day off. Told them I had a health appointment. But anyway, it went well. It went well enough. I'm still here, and just wanted to post a video. Just trying to stay positive, stay confident, be prepared with life. Just I think we're just so hard on ourselves. Like I know I'm hard on myself. I'm my own worst critic, and just with social media and how connected we are today with the internet and just everything else. I mean, we know what's going on around the world, at any given moment for the most part. Maybe not exactly, but if something pops off, on the other side of the world, we'll know about it pretty quickly if it's something significant. So you can't say we're not connected because we're connected in a way that we've never had before. And with all those connections, I mean, we play that comparison game. We compare everyone. We compare the one percenters to us and what we're doing, and I don't think it's fair, and it just creates a lot of self criticism that it's hard for some of us to dig out of. I mean, look, there's a select few of folks that are kind of sociopathic in a way to where they just think of themselves narcissistic, think of themselves in such a high light, which can be advantageous because of this world that we live in. But a lot of us, I think are just kind of very aware of our circumstances and aware of like where other people are at. And we can't help but play that comparison journey because we want to improve. We want to see improvement. That's why I think finding teachers, finding people that just, you know, have that positive energy, that vibe, and are willing to teach without a cost, I think that's most important. Like, you shouldn't have to pay for your teachers in this world. You shouldn't. Knowledge should be free, especially with, you know, YouTube and the internet and all that stuff. So definitely be reluctant to be paying for teachers. Unless you have the means, unless you have the money to do so. Otherwise, save that money. For life's essentials, for saving, for paying off debt, whatever it may be. Try to put yourself in a financially stable and good position, and then if you want to kind of expand some of your knowledge in certain areas, I think paying for teachers can be very beneficial for you. But anyway, that's my 2 cents on it. Anyway, I'll just kind of going back to give yourself some grace. I think I've said it before. I'm going to keep saying it because it's something I need to do for myself, and it's something I need to remind myself. Even yesterday when I was in my interview, it's like I didn't do that. Like I felt like I didn't do that well. I could have prepared more for it. I could have had more specific examples to point to where I was kind of maybe speaking in generalities and could have made something up, to be honest. But I didn't, and I'm not really good at that. Like, I feel like there has to be some truth in what I say. And there was truth in everything I said. So hopefully that came across. But anyway, life goes on. I need to give myself grace. I think that the universe will provide me that job if it's the right thing to do. If not, I got to keep adapting, keep adjusting, keep searching, keep showing up for myself, keep improving, keep getting better. That's what life's about. And if you can do that, I think you're going to put yourself in a good position. I feel like my personal life is going really well. It's really just my career part, man. I really want for that to kind of pick back up and have a little bit more clarity, have more confidence that that's going to provide for me and my family, and it's tough to think that and sometimes, but I think if you stay positive, if you just trust and have faith in the universe, hopefully those things will come to fruition. And that's what I believe. I have to believe it. At the end of the day, and I gotta believe that with all these changes in the economy, good people will rise if we keep the vibes up, if we keep love in our hearts, keep being courageous for ourselves and our family, things will start to change in a really really good way for a lot of us. So yeah, you just got to stay in the game. Keep fighting for yourself every single day, and keep elevating your consciousness level. Don't bring yourself down too much. Don't bring. I understand life's a wave, and it's natural to bring yourself down, especially in this kind of distracted world and this comparison type world where we have access to what everyone is doing, how everyone is, and people want to show the best and brightest sides of that. But yeah, you have to kind of stay level headed and just keep fighting, keep moving, keep improving, keep showing up for yourself. And I truly believe good things are going to happen for you. That's what I choose to believe, at least. And I'm going to keep doing that. I'm going to keep thinking positive, keep improving this mindset. It's not anywhere where it needs to be. I think I still think too many negative thoughts throughout the day. But I will say this: when I compare it to a year from now, it's way big improvement when I compare it. When I compare myself from how I am today to a year ago, it's a huge improvement. So that's something to be proud of, and I got to take those wins, and yeah, you got to find those wins for yourself, and know that you're improving. Get 1% better, however possible. Whether it's reading a little bit more, doing a few push-ups, doing some workout stuff, cooking a good meal, drinking a little bit more water, whatever it may be. Getting a reverse osmosis filter system or some sort of water filtration. Just little things. There's so many little things. Getting a little red light. Red light therapy is I don't know. There's a lot of science that I keep on seeing on that. Trying to find little things. Dark out your windows so that you can sleep better at night. Get better sleep. Prioritize your sleep. Write journal. A little bit more. Journal for a couple minutes. I think a lot of times when we think about like some of these habits and actions, it's like we think it's like, oh, we got to do an hour, we got to do 2 hours. No, start so small, start incredibly small, stack those wins. If you need to make a little to-do list and just make it the smallest amount of progress, just so you can make that check mark, you can cross that on the list. I think it can build some momentum in your life to where you're looking forward to just achieving things, and in your heart you're achieving things, and hopefully that's gonna bring some just better vibes in your life, higher energy, and good energy, right? So anyway, I'll leave it there for today. As always, so many blessings. What an open hands blessing here. Much love and peace. See you next time.